Hare Krishna. Sorry for late, just 3 minutes. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupah Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yutapadakammalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णकरुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तु ते तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna. So I welcome all of you for today's Arthaśāstra Vicāra. This is session number 7. So today, as we discussed in the yesterday's class, so we'll be discussing today about the how to select the ministers. So this will be the today's topic, and we'll be hearing the various acharyas' opinion about the selecting the ministers. So then after that, we'll be hearing from the Chanakya what suggestion he is going to give, and also he is giving the set of qualities for them, so which should be there in them. So that's why. So we'll be discussing all this, and just a quick thing in yesterday's class, if you all remember, so king should not be a one wheel. That means Rajavrittam. That means kingship should not be one wheel. So if there is a cart is there, if there is only one wheel is there in that cart, so then it cannot move nicely. It cannot go also. It cannot go. Similarly, king even, so he is the final authority of that kingdom. So, but still he should be taking the help from the others. Sahaya sadhyam rajatvam chakramekam na vartate kurvita sachivans tasmat tesham cha shrunuyan matam. So that's why he should hear the opinion of others also. He should take the help of others, and like this he has to do the ruling. This we discussed in the yesterday's class. So that means that is the turning topic actually. This topic is turning towards the looking for the or selecting the ministers, because king cannot do alone all the affairs. Even so many affairs are there, multiple affairs at a time it will be coming, and also in the multiple places affairs will be there. So that's it is also impossible also. One way it is impossible also for him. And also he should take the opinion of others also. Even he is a Vinayaha, he is very much, that means, educated and having the maturity, but still, in spite of all this, he should be taking the opinion of others also. Just 1 second. Let me open my files. chapter number 8. In our book, it is chapter number 8, and here it is chapter number 7 because, yeah. And also we discussed in the yesterday's class. So king has to control his senses, because he has to control his senses, and also he should leave. So control the kama, krodha, lobha, 6 enemies. And with that, so by control, by the control of the senses, he has to do the various activities. We have seen that. Vruddha Sangyona Pragnam, Charena Sakshuhu, Utthanena Yogakshema Sadhanam. So and so we discussed already in yesterday's class. So, and also he should be balancing Dharma, Artha, Kama. And also we discussed this balance, the real proper balance will come when one become more and more spiritual. So that's why kings, they should be the spiritual man. He should be spiritual man because he's representing the Lord. He should not be atheist. So that means in the case of atheist, then if he is atheist, then Dharma, Artha, Kama cannot be properly balanced actually. Their inclinations will be in anyone towards anyone, and then definitely there is a collapse of all three. So that also we discussed. And today's section, Sahadhyayinah Amatyan Kurvita Drishta Saucha Samardhyatvad iti Bharadvajaha Tehi Asya Vishwasyaha Bhavanti iti. Amatyas means ministers. So that means who are working very close. That means he will be Amatya, minister, always working with king very closely. So then that's why it is first and foremost and important thing. Maybe there will be so many kosha adhyakshas, that means departmental HODs, heads. So those are not working under directly king. Those will be working under the ministers. But ministers are directly working under the king. So that's why king has to take care personally in selecting of all these ministers. So what qualities has to be there in that minister, whom he has to select, so that successfully he can take their help and their opinion, and he can trust them, and then successfully he can run the kingdom. So then Bharadvajaha. So Bharadvajaha, what he is saying, his opinion, Sahadhyayinah Amatyan Kurvita. Sahadhyayinah means classmates. So he is suggesting that classmates should be ministers. Why? Drishta Saucha Samardhyatvad. Reason is what? Because he already saw, king already saw that person's cleanliness and also ability. So that's why Bharadvaja's opinion is classmates should be appointed as ministers. Iti asya vishwasyaha bhavanti. Tehi asya. Why? Because those are trustworthy. So that's why king should select them. Because in the ancient days, not ancient days, even in recent days also. Now just when Macaulay system came and the educational system is changed in India, then the problem came. That means, so everyone just, they started feeling the heinous about their own culture and books and systems. So before that, it was not like that. Kings and also the various, that means, so Brahmana boys, they are also, all they are going to the Gurukul. So that's why king is also studying along with the Brahmanas also. So who can be potential ministers? Like in the Chanukyas, so in the Takshashila, so there are the lot of, that means from the different Takshashila is a big a big school actually, Gurukul, one of the biggest Gurukul at that time. It's like a dream for the boys to go there and study. So somehow Chanakya reached there from the Magad actually. Magad is in the Bihar and Takshala is there in the Afghanistan. So such a far distance actually. Gandhar Desh means Afghanistan. Such a long distance he traveled, and so he took his education there. And it's one of the prominent Gurukul from the various kingdoms. So people are sent actually there. Brahmanas and also the Kshatriya boys, they used to go there and study. So somehow Chanakya, luckily he became the teacher for the so many kings and also so many ministers. That's why he was able to easily unite all of them and make the campaign against the, that means some fight against the Alexander, and successfully they threw out. So they all together, that means threw out him from the India. So, but the main point is, so they used to study all these ministers and also upcoming ministers and upcoming kings all together. They used to study in the Gurukul. So that's why the upcoming king, so knows the upcoming ministers very nicely from their childhood. So that's why he knows in and out of their everything, their abilities, their cleanliness, and so and so. So that's why Bharadwaja is saying that classmates should be appointed. So what is your opinion actually? So what is the difficulty problem we can get if we appoint our classmate? Any major disadvantage what we get?
Too much of friendship. Too much of friendship, Prabhuji. Too much of friendship.
Yeah. Too much of familiarity.
Yeah.
So because minister has to follow the king actually, and he should follow his orders. But if he's a classmate, then he will not take the things very seriously. So that's a problem actually. So that problem is a first and very important problem that is coming. Naiti Vishalakshaha. Vishalaksha is one more acharya. So he is saying that no, it is not correct. Bharadwaja's opinion is not correct. There is a defect in that. Advantage is there, definitely. What is that advantage? So we are knowing him in and out. So because from the childhood, they are in the same school and same class. So that's why he knows very nicely about him. That advantage is there. But Vishalaksha is finding out the disadvantage. What is that? Sahakridatvat paribhavantyenam. Sahakridatvat. They all together playing from the childhood. And in the play, so sometimes he used to override him. That means overruling him. He's not hearing, not commanding also. So being a friend, the upcoming minister might have commanded actually him. So that's why that is the disadvantage is there. Paribhavanti means they may overlook or neglect the orders because of the childhood friendship, and they played. That means played them many ways, joking and so and so. So that's why that same thing may be continued even he is appointed. There is a one disadvantage. Yehi asya guhya sadharma anaha tan amatyan kurvita samashila vyasanatva tehi asya marmagna bhayat na aparadhayanti iti. What is the Vishalaksha opinion then? Okay, he is rejecting the opinion of Bharadwaja. So then Vishalaksha, what he is saying? Then whom he is suggesting to make as a minister? Then Vishalaksha saying, Yehi asya guhya sadharmanaha. That means those who are having the equal nature, equal secret nature. They are having this equal nature, which is secret also. That kind of people, tan amatyan kurita. So Vishalaksha is saying, those people has to be appointed as the ministers. What is the advantage? That means he is also having some kind of secret nature, and he is also having both. Amatya is also having, so king is also having. That is a matching, and also is very secret. So then that kind of amatyas, that kind of people has to be appointed as amatya. He's a minister. Amatya means minister or mantri. You can use like the synonyms amatya, mantri, anything actually. Okay. Why he is saying what is the advantage if we appoint those people who are having the equal qualities which are secret? That means he knows that secret. That means king is knowing that his secrets, but it is also equal, that quality. क्योंकि समान शील व्यसनत्वात् ते ही अस्य मर्मग्न भयात् न अपराधयन्ति. Viṣalaksha is saying that. So same kind of weakness and same kind of, so whatever merits both are having, which are very secret. So especially weaknesses. So that will help us, king. What is that? So king is knowing the weakness of his minister nicely. So since the secret of the minister is known to king, so never, that minister never so become opposite to this king. Because if his secret may come out, if he become against. So that's why king easily he can control him. So that's why they will never become threat for the king. This is the advantage he is saying. What do you think if you select like this kind of minister, what problem will come? Is it okay?
No, Prabhuji. The minister won't be able to give honest counseling also when required. Because he'll also always fear.
Can you tell about in this regard actually? That
In
means
this regard.
selecting someone who is having the same weakness, so which is secret.
The minister also knows king's secret.
Yes, that is the point.
So they will also manipulate king.
They will also manipulate actually. That's the thing. So Viṣalaksha's opinion is one way is right actually. Yes, if you, that's a funda is, if you know the weakness of your minister and he doesn't know your weakness, then that is a fine. And but the learning what we should get from the Viṣalaksha. So Viṣalaksha, so from the teachings we can understand that. So knowing the secrets of your subordinates will be very helpful for you, so that they cannot become against to you. Because at any time you can reveal that. But that is the thing. But that is not the full pledge. That means solution. So let us see next. What is that? Sadharana yesha dosha iti parasharaha. So Parashar is rejecting this Viṣalaksha opinion. What Parashar is saying? Hey, if king is knowing the weakness of minister, which is equal, and so then minister is also knowing king's weakness. Then how the king is controlling minister? Similarly, minister also will control king. So that's why it is not the right solution. Teshamapi marmagna bhayakruta krutan yanuvartate. So because now then king is also, king's weakness also minister knows, then what will happen? Marmagna bhayat. Even king also will be getting the fear. Then akruta krutani anuvartate. Then whatever nonsense minister does, so king has to just follow that. This problem will come. So that's why, so Viṣalaksha's opinion is not fully correct, and Parashara is rejecting this. No, this is a problem. Then what? Then what is the solution of the Parashara? Yavat bhayo guhyamachaste janebhyah purushadhipaha avashah karmana tena vashyo bhavati tavatam. So actually he is saying his opinion. So still opinion he is not saying. In this sloka just he is saying that yavat bhayaha guhyamachaste janebhyah, so purushadipaha avashah karmana tena vashyah bhavati tavatam. So similarly, that means he is repeating actually in the sloka forms. As much as king is having the control on the minister, similarly, so out of the fear from the people in general, so king also will be controlled by them. So that's why tavatam tena vashyah bhavati. That means by that minister also he will be controlled. So avashaha, that means he'll become helpless. So that's why this is not the right thing he is saying, who is Parasara is saying, and he is finding the defect in Parasara, Visalaksha's opinion. So then what is the solution given by the Parasara? Ya enam apatsu pranabhada yuktasu anugruhniyuhu tan amatyan kurveta drushta anuragatvad iti ya enam apatsu prana bhada yuktasu anugruhniyuhu tan amatyan kurveta. So his suggestion is, Parasara's suggestion is, those people who protected the king in a difficult situation, especially in the life-threatening situation. So those people who protected him, apatsu means pranabhada yuktasu. That means difficulties or calamities, which is life-threatening calamity or the difficulty. In those difficulties, whoever is protecting the king, who protected him, somewhere he went to forest and he's in somehow or other, he lost his chariot and something happened in his difficulty, and someone protected him, then so king has to make him as his minister. So like this, whoever is protecting him in difficult situations, protected him in difficult situations, those can be appointed as ministers. Why? Drushta anuragatvad, because they are having the affection for the king. In difficult situation, they came with the helping hand. That means they have the affection for the king. So that's why those people has to be appointed as the minister. This is the opinion of Parashara. But Parashara's this opinion is not accepted actually by Pishunaha. Pishunaha is one more acharya. These are all Arthaśāstra acharyas. Okay. So many Arthaśāstras are given, like the Dharma-shastras also are given by the many Agnavalkya Dharma-shastra, like Manusmriti and so Parasara. So many are there, Dharma-shastras. Like that, Arthaśāstras also, so many are written by the many acharyas. Before Chanakya, so like the Vyakaranam, like the grammar, so many grammars are there, and Panini, he reconciled everything and he brought up with a new system, very wonderful system. Ashtadhyayi is like a machine actually. He brought out this, and so that is really very efficient. Similarly, so Chanakya also, before him so many Arthaśāstras are there, and all he went through and studied very thoroughly. Then finally he came up with this. And he is seeing that means he is saying that Pishunaha is not accepting the Parasara's opinion. Why? What is the reason? So if you appoint someone who saved you in difficulty as a minister, and because we are seeing the affection for the king, so what do you say? So is there any defect in this?
He might not be a good manager.
He may not be a good manager, yes. He might be having the affection, but how can you say that he's a good manager? How can you say he's having the ability of managing the things? So that's the same thing Pishunaha is coming up. So Pishunaha, what he's saying? Bhaktiresha na buddhi gunaha sankhyatarteshu karmasu niyukta ye yathadishtam artham savishesham va kuryuhu tan amatyan kurvita drushta gunatvat. Because first of all, bhaktiresha na buddhi gunaha. So you are in difficulty and he protected. That means how can you conclude that he is having the affection for you? Anyone, that means just someone in difficult, someone is just falling in front of you on the road, or some accident happened and someone fell down. So in the accident, so you are crossing, you will immediately help him, definitely. By that, can you conclude that he is having this affection for you? How much it is? How much he can conclude like that? So that's why bhakti resha na buddhi gunaha. It is not his natural quality towards you. And also, sankhyātartheshu karmasu niyuktah ye yathadishtam artham savishesham va kuryuh tan amatyan kuryita drushta gunatvat. So the main point is, and how can you say he is knowing all the things properly, all the knowledge? So first and foremost, we are striking that how can you decide that he is having the affection to you? That is the main cause you are appointing him. Let us take, maybe he is having some Arthaśāstra background also, that amatya, that person who saved you. But main important point is, how can you conclude that? So he is having a natural affection for you. But just by the difficulty he is approaching, he is helping you, that it's not a natural affection for you. So that's why you cannot say. What is then Pishuna? That is the objection raised by the Pishunaha. Then Pishunaha is saying his opinion. What he is saying? Sankhyātartheshu karmasu. Sankhyātartheshu karmasu niyukta ye yathadishtam artham savishesham va kuryuhu tanamatyan kurvita. So you give a task. Pishunaha point is, give a task. Sankhyāta artheshu. That means you give a task. Artheshu karmasu niyukta ye. That means such a task you give. So the benefit should come. Ye yathadishtam artham savishesham va kuryuhu. So, and give a target to him. Give a task and give a target to him. So this much he has to raise up from that. And if he is reaching that, or he is crossing that, then you can appoint him as amatya. Because dushta grunatvat, that means we are seeing he is able to perform that activity nicely. So he is able to perform that activity very nicely. So because he produced the profit in that, benefit in that. Sankhyāta artheshu karmasu means, so the activities which are related to the benefit, so which can produce the benefit, and give that kind of activity and see how much benefit he produced out from that. Did he reach to the target or not? Then okay, then you can appoint him as amatya. So drushta gunatvat, because you are seeing his capability directly. So this is the opinion of Pishunaha. Then na iti kaunapadantaha. So one more acharya is saying, he is saying that no, this is not sufficient. Advantage is there, yeah. Pishunaha idea is right, but there is a defect also is there in that. What is the defect? Na iti kaunapadantaha. Kaunapadanta is saying, anyair amatya gunai ayuktaha hyete. You are seeing how much benefit he is bringing out. Profit, how much profit is bringing out from that. But what about the other qualities for how can you check other qualities? So you gave task and he multiplied the output of that. 10 rupees you gave and he made 1,000 rupees. Artha, especially Artha is seeing. Pishunaha is guiding towards the increasing of the Artha. He is able to brought out the profit from that. But what about the other qualities, needed qualities for the amatya? How can you check? Only you are seeing this much. That means he is a potential worker actually. So he can bring out the result. He can bring out the result. But simply bring out the result is not sufficient. He should be having the other qualities also. So anyaihi amatya gunaihi. So amatya means you should be having so many other qualities. So hyete, that's why you are not checking that through this process. So that's why he's saying, Pitru paita mahan amatyan kurveta drishtapadanatvat. Then Kaunapadanta is saying, we have to select. What is his opinion then? We have to select Pitru paita mahan. So whose fathers also very much known, and forefathers also very much known. Pitru paita mahan, so amatyan. So from their many lineages, he knows. So then, like they are like a family friends from long back, from generations. So king knows. That means his father is friend to his father, and his grandfather is friend to his grandfather, like that. And whoever is coming in that line, so those people has to be appointed as amatya. Who is saying? Kaunapadanta is saying. What is the advantage? Because from the generations we are observing them. They are very much loyal and they are very nice. So that's these are the qualities. His main point is what? In the Pishna point, he is raising at other qualities you don't know. But he can be a nice, result-oriented person, deliverer, result deliverer, output deliverer. But qualities we don't know, other qualities. So that's why he is raising up point that one should select the minister who is so known to the from the generations, whose family is known to the generations. Okay. Next, tehi enam apacharantam na tyajanti. What is the advantage he is saying in this? You have to see. So they are rejecting previous acharya, and they are suggesting one thing, and they are giving the reason, and also they are giving the benefit. You have to remember all this. These things has to be meditated. If you don't remember this, then what is the point actually? This is not a common sense thing. It's you have to remember actually. You should remember what things. So acharya, what he is suggesting, what is the reason behind that suggestion, and what is the benefit. Like these three things you should. And also, if they are rejecting previous acharya's opinion, so what they are rejecting and what is the hetu for that. This many things you should know. Like Kaunapadanta case, if you take, he is rejecting the Pishnaha point. What is the Pishnaha point? So Krishna is saying that who can deliver nice output, so you should select him as Amatya. But Kaunapadanta is rejecting that. Reason is, what is the reason? Because we don't know other qualities of the Amatya. The other qualities what Amatya should have. And then he is suggesting what new thing? We should select the person as Amatya whose family is known from the generations. Then what is the reason behind that? Drishtapadanatva. That means, so his nature, his qualities are very much seen from the generations. So then what is the advantage if you select him as Tehi enam apacharantam api natyajanti. Tehi enam apacharantam api. Even if this king behave badly towards them, still they don't leave. Sagandatvat. What is the reason? So then why? What is the reason? Reason behind this? Sagandatvat. That means they have family relationship from the generations. Like example is given. Amanusheshvapi cha etad drishyate. Even non-human beings also it is seen. Gavaha hi asagandam goganam atikramya sagandeshu eva avatishtante. What is the reason Kaunapadanta is saying? Even in animals also we are seeing this kind of nature. Example, cows. So cows, asagandham goganam. So in the villages you can see like 2-3 streets cows will go as a one group, and another 2-3 streets cows will go as another group. So here any cow, it even if some group is coming which is not known to him from the daily so pasturing the land, so daily it goes to in his own troop. But today somehow or other, so it came to it missed his group. It missed its group, and now it came with the another new group. But it will never stay with that new group. It always look for his old group, and it will go and join with them only. Like in the villages, we have actually this experience. Like cows and buffaloes, same. So, like 2-3 villages, 2-3 streets, cows are taken care by one person, and we all pay money actually. So what they will do, morning time after 9 o'clock, 9:30, they will take all the cows from the different villages, different houses. So all they will leave, and he will take and he will graze them actually. And similarly, on another 2 streets, cows are taken care by another person. Like this, we appoint in the village like this. Then, so somehow your cow, which is late actually, and its group already went, and second group is there. Second group is lagging, and it is even lagging. So it will never go and mix with that second group, which is new to it. It will go join with its regular group only. So that is the point. Similarly here, because from the generations they are with his family friends, so even in that group, it may get kicks in that group, in his known group, in regular group, but still it will be there only. Even the dog also. So once he get habituated to the one house, it will not leave. Even if you beat him sometimes, it will not leave. Yes. Similarly, the advantage is, so if he is family friend from the generations, their family is friend for generations. Even king sometimes misbehave or mistreat him, still he'll be there. This is the advantage he's seeing. So that's why he's saying this has to be taken care. This has to be accepted. Such a people has to be appointed as minister. Naiti vata vyadihi. So next acharya is coming, he is rejecting this. No, this is not the right opinion. Naiti vata vyadihi. What is saying? Reason? Tehi asya sarvam apagruhya swamivat pracharanti. Tepi sarvam apagruhya. So they will be, those people, what is the defect in that? So they are very much close to the family now. Then what they will be doing? They will keep everything in their hands. That means all the powers of the king, they will be holding in their own hand. And they say, because very familiar, and also, so they are very much known to this family. So the powers of the king will be taken into their own hands, and they will behave like a swamivat pracharanti. Swamivat means like a king. They will behave like king now. This is a disadvantage. So if you appoint the person who is familiar from the generations, whose family is familiar from the generations. So this advantage is disadvantage is there. Tasmat what? Niti vidaha navanam amatyan kurvita. So then what is the opinion of Vatavyadihi? Niti vidaha. The knower of the etiquettes. Niti. So that person, even new person, he is saying that new person has to be appointed as Amatya. So Navastu, what is the reason? He said this. Navastu yam asthane dandadharam manyamanaha na aparadhayanti. So these new people, so yam asthane dandadharam manyamanaha. Since he is very new, he will be accepting king fully, and they don't commit any offense towards the king. They don't try to overrule the powers of the king. They don't do exercise on the king's powers. So this is the advantage actually. Vatavyadhi is saying. But you see, in every acharya's point, whatever they are suggesting, advantage is there. That means, yes, whatever the Karnapadanta is saying, that is also some extent true. If you appoint someone who's known, then it's nice. So that, yeah, that advantage you are getting, but disadvantage also is there. And similarly, Krishna is saying, so who is very efficient worker, so output deliverer, so that he should be appointed. That is also true. But Karnapadanta point also is rejecting. That is also true. What is that? He's showing the defect in that. So that is what is that? He is not checking the other qualities. But now, like this, we are seeing merits and demerits in everyone's opinion. Then what is the solution? What is the Chanakya's suggestion then? Son, oh, still it is there. One more is there. Then after that, Chanakyas will come. So next one is Bahudanti Putraha. Bahudanti Putraha. He's a one more acharya. He is rejecting the. His names also very difficult to remember. Vatavyadhi. So you have to see these things 2, 3, 4 times and remember, because you see, if you want to one thing, these things has to be in memory actually. Whenever you are selecting, so all these qualities should be in the memory, and also you should remember the what disadvantage also is there behind that. And so if someone case advantage is there but disadvantage is not there somehow or other, that means someone is very known and also having all the qualities and also very much efficient worker, and he is also from the childhood friend. So like this, so you have to check the maximum output, the maximum qualities, whatever said by the acharyas. That is the solution actually. Anyway, that is coming. Now before that, let us see. Naiti Bahudanti Putraha. So Bahudanti Putraha is going against the Vatavyadhi, saying that Shastravid Adrushta Karma Karmasu Vishadam Gachet. Shastravid Adrushta Karma Karmasu Vishadam Gachet. What Vatavyadhi said, the one who is knowing very nicely the Niti Shastra, Niti Vidaha. So that means he is having the bookish knowledge. The one who is having simply bookish knowledge, but Adrushta Karma, but he didn't see anything practically. Karmas Vishadam Gachet. When he started implementing, then he may get the failure. So that's why don't go for him. Such a thing is not sufficient actually. So that is the thing. Only Niti Vidha is not sufficient. That means Bahudanti, every acharya, next acharya is rejecting, means what? Not rejecting totally. He is showing that the lacking thing. So that's why he is adding his opinion to fill that. So like that, the one who is having so if you find the one who is having all the qualities mentioned by all the acharyas, then he's the best. So then Bahudanti, what he's saying, Bahudanti Putra is saying, what is his opinion? Abhijana Praja Shaucha Shauryanuraga Yuktanam Amatyan Kurveta Guna Pradhanyat. He is giving importance to the nature, qualities. What he is saying? Abhijana Pragna. So Abhijana, he is from the good family. And also Pragna Saucha Shaurya Anuraga Yuktaha. He is having the good talent. Pragna means talent. Shaucha means cleanliness. Shaurya means is a chivalry, that means power, courage. And Anuraga Yukta. And he is having the attachment to the attachment to the king. That means he has affection towards the king. So yuktan amatyan kurvita. So that kind of, so whoever is having all these qualities, that kind of person has to be made as so amatya minister. Because why? Guna pradhanyat. Because he is having the excellent qualities. This is the opinion of so Bahudanti Putraha. He's a practical man. So now you see what is the opinion? Sarvam upapannam iti kautilyaha. So then Chanakya is saying himself, Sarvam upapannam iti kautilyaha. So everything whatever is said by the all previous acharyas is true. I am accepting it with everyone. Yes, whatever the so merits they said, and whatever the so they are finding the demerits or the lackings in the previous acharyas, is everything is very nice. So that's why what you have to do, you have to keep the opinion of all the acharyas and what the good quality they are showing. That means from the Bahudanta we are understanding that we should see the guna, and from the Vatavyadi we are seeing that he should be knower, properly knowing the Shastra, and from the Kaunapadanta we are seeing that he should be so from the coming from the good family background who is very known and loyal. So Pishnaha is also saying yes, good quality. That means who is efficient output deliverer. And next we are seeing in the case of so Parashara. So Parashara is saying that whoever is helping in the difficulties, so he is very much having the so helping nature, or otherwise saving nature. Yes, that so like this, all these are all the qualities, good qualities, so which are so needed in the minister. If you are able to find all these, very nice. And finally, what is the checkpoint? So karya samardhyadhi purusha samardhyam kalpyate samardhyatascha. So karya samardhyad, ultimately Chanakya is saying, so those people, those ministers should be best in the on always in all the aspects. In all the aspects, they should be nice for nicely doing their duty. So that's why he is not saying anything specific. He is accepting sarvam upapannam iti kautilya, means he is accepting all the points set by the all the acharyas. Yes, I am accepting all the points. Ultimately, he is suggesting that you have to so see all these qualities, and ultimately काम तो होना चाहिए ना, काम होना चाहिए. माने that means so his duty nicely should be so done. So such a person you should select. Purusha samardhyam kalpyate samardhyatascha. So that means karya samardhya, how efficiently he is able to perform all his duties. That means he's loyal and everything. So that finally we have to check all the qualities, and ultimately he is assessed. Actually, assessment of that person we do so by his well performance of all his so activities. So then finally saying in this vibhajya amatya vibhavam desha kalaucha karmacha amatyah sarve eva ete karyah syuh na natu mantrinah. So he is saying you have to, so first of all, so these are all ministers belonging to the different departments, and these departments work you have to see, and also time and place, desha kalaucha karmacha. So vivajya amatya vibhavam, first of all you should you should see he is minister for which department, those departments you should see, and also departmental wise you should select. and you should see the desha kalaucha. You should also note the time and place and circumstance and their karma. That means what kind of work they are going to handle. So based upon all these factors, amatyaha sarve ete eva eta karyaha. So you should appoint the ministers. Natu mantrinaha, but not the, you should not appoint them as, so mantri, here mantri means, so here the point is they should not be appointed as the your, so buddhi sachivaha means, who is giving the suggestions actually to you. So you should not appoint them as the person who is going to give suggestions to you. Buddhi sachivaha, no, natu mantrinaha. All these qualities what you are using, these for the ministers. Okay, these for the ministers who are handling the different departments. So for those sake you should see all these qualities. But who is your mantri means who is always with you. Here mantri amatya looks like same. Here amatya you should take as, so departmental ministers. And here mantri means, so the one who is going to give suggestions to you. Buddhi sachivaha. That is a mantri. You should not appoint them, these people, as mantri, but you should appoint as the different ministers for the different departments. Okay. Buddhi sachivaha means, you might be getting a little confusion. So these are the ministers for the departments, handling the departments. And but the mantri means, so who is giving the suggestions to you. So that qualities also you'll be seeing in the next section. Mantri purohitayoho niyukti. That is mantri niyukti. For mantri, what qualities we need? So that means who is buddhi sachivaha. Buddhi sachiva means, you can say he is the mantri means, you can say pradhan amatyaha. That means who is top on the all these ministers. So that's top minister or pradhan mantri. Here mantri means pradhan mantri. You should not appoint them as pradhan mantri. You should so you should appoint them as just ministers. But how to appoint the main minister, pradhana mantri, the prime minister otherwise? How to appoint the prime minister? What qualities he should? Because pradhana mantri is even further close. Mantri is also working under the king, and pradhana mantri is even very much close to the to the king, and he is handling all these ministers also. So that's why pradhana mantri one should select even more carefully. So the role of pradhana mantri is being discussed here. So the qualities of the pradhana mantri. Okay. Janapado bijata swavagraha. So krutashilpaha chakshushman pragnaha. So dhara ishnuhu dakshaha vagmi pragalbaha pratipattiman utsaha prabhava yuktaha klesha saha shuchihi maitraha drudabhaktihi shila balarogya sattva sanyuktaha stambhaschapalya varjitaha sampriyaha vairanam akarta iti amatya sampat ataha padartha gunahino madhyamam avarau. So these are the qualities needed for the pradhana mantri. What are the qualities? Janapadaha. He should be belonging to the same country. Because if he is not belonging to the same country, there is a problem. So in the previously days, what they used to do, the enemies that means the nearby enemies, enemy kings, they used to give the, that means, so send the girl to this place and get marrying in this kingdom and getting the children, and that mother is training that boy from the childhood as the member of, so that society only. That much threat is there actually. The mother's kingdom actually. That much threat. So that's why, especially here the danger is Janapadaha. He should be properly belonging to that state only, from the generations, not coming from the mixing of the any other states people with that mother, as a mother or as something relative. So otherwise he might be trained actually to work for the other kingdom. That problem will be there. So first of all, what? He should be assured that belong to that same country. Janapadaha. Next, Abhijataha. Abhijataha means he should took birth in a good family. So family should not be, because family also, because in whatever family you are grown up, the general things, whatever things you conduct depends upon that family culture also. What kind of family you are belonging, how the parents and how the situation. So your background situation. If background is nice, good family, very sober and very gentle, and such a family, then he will be nice. Otherwise, it's a good chance is there actually to become nice. So that's the reason. Abhijataha. Next, Su Avagraha. Next point is Su Avagraha. So the Su Avagraha means that person sometimes, so Prime Minister can do mistake and he can be easily correctable. You can easily correct him. That quality is needed actually. It's not that the correcting him, if you want to say something, so where the change is needed in him, for that you should not think 10,000, 10 times, 50 times. Oh, what he will think, how he will react. So that kind of fear you should not have. So that means he should be easily moldable actually. That means easily he can be following. If something mistake is happening, he should be accepting that. Easily correctable. Next, Kruta Silpaha. He will be having the, so it is a special thing actually, very suddenly it is that, so he is expert in the Shilpa Gnanam. I'm not clearly relate this point, why he is telling this for the Prime Minister. We'll see. This is Kruta Silpaha. Next, Chakshushman. Chakshushman means Shastra Chakshuhu. That means who knows the Shastra very nicely. And he, that means Arthaśāstras and Dharmaśāstras are very much known to him. So then that kind of person, Shastra Chakshuhu, Chakshushman, means he is seeing things through the eyes of the Shastra, and he should be that person. Next, Pragnaha. Pragnaha means he is a very talented person. That means his talent is, that means that any work is given, then he can nicely perform that. Next, Dharaishnuhu. Dharaishnuhu means, so able to retain the things. Dhara. Dharaishnuhu. That means by nature he is a intellectual person, very powerful and intellectual. That means Dharishnu means, can say, sorry, Dharishnu means Dharana. That means whose memory is nice. Dharishnu means whose memory is very nice. Gnapaka, that means memory power is very good. It's not that you said something and he is always forgetting. So I forgot. And actually, yesterday you said this work, I forgot this. He should not be like that. So Dhara Ishnuhu. Next, Dakshaha. Dakshaha means if you give a task to him, he should be taking it as a patudala. That means, so determination. He should be having the determination for that to complete. That kind of nature he should be having. Next, Vagmi. Vagmi means he is having the ability of expressing things nicely. So he can express his things very nicely. His proper communication he can have. Vak Chaturyam. Nicely he can communicate whatever he is having inside. That quality he should be having. Okay. And next, Pragalbaha. So Pragalbaha, that means bold. He is in a bold in his nature, not in a shrunken nature. Bold enough. So very boldly he is speaking. Next, Pratipattim. Pratipattim means like, so some danger came, but we don't know the plan. That means that this danger come and we should do the rectification. But suddenly some danger came. But he should be having the tactfulness to handle that. Samaya Spurti. That means ability of handling the crisis. That is known as Pratipatti. That's now it's a dangerous situation. We didn't expect. There is no pre-planning. But it came. But it should be expertly solved. That is known as Pratipatti. Next, Anutsaham. Anutsaham means very enthusiastic. Not that if you give work, okay, we'll do. There is no interest of the doing the things. So the Utsaham, that means activeness, interest to do the things, that is known as Utsaha. That means he should be having the proper, interest doing things. Next, Sahaprabhava Yuktaha. Utsaha, there's a Prabhava Yuktaha. Prabhava Yuktaha means he should be very powerful actually. He should be having, that means very strong, powerful. Next, Klesha Sahaha. Klesha Saha means, Sahaha means, bearing the pain. So, Sita Ushna. It's not that now, somehow in the morning time, early morning, there is a need to have a meeting or something should be done in the night time, in the cold time. He should be bearing those. So bearing that's cold or the winter or the hot, anything, heat, so and so. All these different kleshas. So he should be bearing the difficulties like heat, cold, hunger, so and so. Chudbada. All these pains he should be bearing, tolerating. He should tolerate those. So such a person. Next, Suchihi. Suchi means is very clean. That means he is not having any wrong motivation. No wrong motivation. We are going to see very soon how to test all these qualities also he gave. Don't worry. We are going to discuss again the points. How to test this quality, how to test this quality. That also he explained in the next paragraph. So, Suchihi. Suchihi means cleanness, inside and outside, not having any unclean thing. That means, mentally or otherwise, physically. Next, Maitraha. That means he is very much friendly in nature. Next, Drudha Bhaktihi. Having a strong affection towards the king. That means he is having the devotion towards the king. Drudha Bhakti. It's not that easily he is taking the other side. No. He should not take. These are all the qualities for what? Mantri, Prime Minister. These are all needed. Next, Drudha Bhakti. Shila Bala Arogya Sattva Sanyuktaha. Shila means he is having the good conduct, good nature. Bala means, that means his senses are not weak. His body is not weak. His senses are also not weak. Aankh dikhta nahi hai. तब तक क्या करेगा? If eyes are not visible and his senses are not strong, his ears he is not able to hear. If you say something, he is taking the 10 times. What? So no. Bala means so power in the senses. Sensual power should be good. And arogya, inside parts also should be in good health. Medical test you should do. Whether his kidney problem, this problem, that problem, because you appointed him as a prime minister and in between he's retiring and lot of things on him, on his shoulder. Na? So that's why he should be having the good health also. Arogya. Sattva sanyuktaha. So finally what? Sattva. Not finally. One more thing is there. Sattva sanyuktaha. Sattva means he is having the so patience, dhairyam. Sattva means otherwise spirit, high spirits. High spirit means so having the zeal to do the higher things. It's not that they okay, let it be over, this much is enough. No. Sattva sanyukta, high spirits. Sattva means high spirits. Next, stamba chapalya varjitaha. Stamba means his stubbornness. That he should be free from the stubbornness. My way is highway. No. That means he is not stubborn person. Whatever he is having something in his mind and he is always sticking to that only, trying to see everything through that only. No. He should be free from the stubbornness. And chapalya. Chapalya means pickleness. So he should be free from the pickleness. Next, sampriyaha. Sampriyaha. That means he is very much dear to everyone. Okay? Sampriyaha. That means he can easily attract everyone. That is known as sampriyaha. Next, vairanam akarta ityamatya sampat. Vairanam akarta. That means he is not fighting. So he's not the creator of the fightings. Of course, might be having the good qualities, but immediately he bring out the fighting. So with the others, he is not a disputer. Fighting with others, other neighbors, colleagues, no. Vairanam akarta. Iti amatya sampat. Amatya means it's not that they just lower ministers. Here amatya means what you should take? Prime minister actually. Prime minister should have these qualities. Ataha pada ardha guna hinau madhyama avarau. If someone is having the 3/4 of these qualities, he is known as madhyama. That means he is at least if 3/4 qualities are there, then you can say he is madhyama. That means second grade. First grade means having all qualities. At least 75 are there as second grade minister. Only half qualities are there, then he is a kanishta. Like uttama, madhyama, kanishta we have na. So uttama minister means having all these qualities. Uttam prime minister means having all these qualities. Madhyama prime minister means having the 3/4 of these qualities. And kanishta prime minister means having half qualities. And if one is having less than half, he cannot be a minister at all. You should not select him as a prime minister. So, any question here? Till now? No questions. Feeling difficulty?
Prabhuji, I had a question.
Hmm.
So this the Amatyas are there and the Mantris there. So which Varna should they be in? Brahmana or Kshatriya?
Brahmana. Mostly Brahmana.
All are Brahmanas. All are Brahmanas.
It's not necessary, but this, by seeing the qualities, even it is there in the Kshatriya, we can take.
Oh,
Like the, yeah,
like that.
minister. But not necessarily only Brahmana. It's not. Uttamakula, that's all it is said. What is that? Abhijata means he should be from the good family background. But he didn't say Brahmanas only ministers. He didn't say like that. Because sometimes departments should be handled. So those departments, this depends upon the type of work. That's based upon, like the Ashwa, that's the horse department is there. So then Kshatriyas are better actually than the Brahmanas. That Shaka will be maintained by the Ashwa, so Shaka. So then that will be maintained by the Kshatriya also very nicely, who is having this. So these ministers, generally Brahmanas, but it depends upon. That's a Chanakya what he is saying. Desha Kalau or Karmacha. Desha Kalaucha Karmacha. Based upon the time, place, and work, you have to select the minister. That's the thing. And he is giving here, so the qualities, the best qualities what required in a, like such a person who is very close to you and who is giving the suggestions to you. So that based upon that you are depending or relying on him. So before relying on him, you should check that these qualities are there. How to check these qualities? Yeah, we'll be discussing. Then Kalru Prabhu, yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhu,
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Please, Prabhu, I want to like this. If we were from a locality and we do not see those qualities in our friends or classmates, or sometimes we change the locality and we are meeting now with new people, and in a short time, what can be the qualities? I want you to summarize it for us. The qualities, the major qualities we should focus on is to select the ministers.
Yeah. So primarily, so Desha Kala, what is said among the available people, see in this locality now, no one is properly trained. And at least you should see these qualities majorly you can cultivate. So in whom? Or you can expect to see that qualities based upon availability. That's why he said, na, Desha Kalo, that means in that place, in that time. So what maximum is available to you? It's not that so you should wait for all these qualities should be there and then only you can get. He didn't say like that. He is saying that these are the various acharyas are giving these opinions. So whatever these opinions, whatever these qualities set by them, if some are there in that place, in that time, circumstances you should take. Okay. So what is availability?
Yeah, okay,
availability, based upon availability. And if we are seeing the majorly these things which are matching in this, majorly matching, then you should select him as. So that is the only thing. But it's not that the one quality is prime and another is not prime. It's not like that. So generally all these qualities are generally needed actually. But because if you say one quality, because it's a relative world. One thing we should remember that we are dealing with the material world. It is not an absolute world. So we are in the material world and this is a material affair and it's material subject matter. And you may be seeing one good quality and also you might be seeing some bad quality in him. So then what is the decision making? But you have given this set of qualities, you see maximum in whom it is is available in that place. So select him. So that is only the solution. But you have given some idea at least. Oh, acha. So for the close work, if someone you want to appoint to him, to you, and you are relying so much on him, then he should be that is a prime minister. Then he should be having these things. And but someone is just a minister, then he should be having the at least as per acharyas instruction this. So relatable. You cannot expect all the qualities in everyone, in one person. All the qualities in one person, it's difficult. So that's why compromise, and then you have to see, that means this quality in him, it is not there. Then how to rectify, that means how to rectify some danger because of this not having this quality in him. So that you have to do patchwork. But it is this book is giving some idea to you actually. That's the point, Prabhu. Yeah. So next
Okay,
one,
thank you.
Prabhu. Yeah.
Hare Krishna. So this type of things only apply to who are not pure devotees. Look, so if they are pure devotee, then they are not from this, even not country, and this not even from this
That's why
world.
Prabhupada says devotees should take up the roles of like Lord. Same thing is asked by the disciples also. Yes, that's what Prabhupada is suggesting. Even that Varnashrama, whatever Daiva Varnashrama, the best example can be demonstrated by the devotees. Because best society can be set, example can be set by the devotees nicely. Because yasyasti bhaktir bhagavat yakinchana sarvai gunai tatra samasate suraha. Whoever is doing devotion, he will be manifesting all good qualities. So klesha agni subhada. When you do the bhakti, so all the bad qualities are diminished and good qualities are coming up. So those will be manifesting. So that's why, so the one who is practicing devotion, so that's why Prabhupada is requesting every devotees. So yes, you want to, you're interested in pure devotion. Definitely, you are in pure devotion also already. For you, there is no need of doing the business of varnashrama. But you should take up as a one role, like Krishna is also not having any business to take up any varna and ashrama. But he took up and he set example. And other kings also, who are pure devotees. So similarly, you also take up some varna to set example to the society. That's the Prabhu. Ultimate point is that. But that is not going to obstruct your devotion. Devotion is different, and this material activities affairs are different. So definitely, so that's what Prabhupada is saying. That's why three types of people are there. Swanishtaha, Parinishtaha, Niripekshaha. Niripekshaha means the one who already, so in the pure devotion, he left the karma completely. Jnana karma adi sunyam. That's to Parinishtaha means, so he in the pure devotional platform, but the point is, so to set example, he is accepting some varna and performing. That's a Parinishtaha. And Swanishtaha, who are not in the pure devotional platform now, that means not fully surrendered, then those people, according to their nature, they should accept some varna. So, okay, your point is right, Prabhu. Thank you very much. Next, Vikram. Prabhu. Vikram Prabhu.
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, see the Varnashram hierarchy, the Brahmana is superior to the Kshatriya, but the king is a Kshatriya. So, in this situation, by the Danda Niti, how he will punish the Brahmanas? And how will he enforce this hierarchy, this Danda Niti among his ministers? Because the king will always be a Kshatriya.
Yeah. So, Brahmana is higher to the Kshatriya. There is no doubt in that. Because he is always in the Sattva. So, spiritually, he is a very elevated person. And that's why Brahmana, Brahmani Charati iti Brahmana, always who is dwelling in absolute truth. He is known as Brahmana. And he is not much bothered about the wealth and post position and so and so. So that's why they are appointed as ministers who are very loyal, and there is a good chance is there. So they to be loyal because they are in the goodness and they are having the more good qualities. But the point is, This is a cooperative system. It is not that. So in spiritually, if you see, because they are in the goodness, they are in the knowledge. Goodness means knowledge. So that means they are in the higher knowledge. That is not spiritual knowledge. But Kshatriya is always connected to what his consciousness is protecting. That's all. So let us take he is not a devotee Kshatriya. So he is always in the mood of protection and giving the protection to the people. So this much only he knows mostly, and seeing the dharma, whether one is following dharma or not. And if someone is not following that dharma, he will become immediately reactive. Make sure that everyone to be following their dharma. But even Brahmanas also, even they are higher. So, but that means if there is no fear of the danda, but Brahmanas, they don't need much. That means fear from the danda, but still there is a chance. So, Sama, Veda, Dana, Danda. So, by just scriptural injunctions, they will follow their own duties. But there is a chance. You cannot see that all the time the goodness only is acting on them. Maybe sometimes because of some situations, they may deviate from their duties. So that's why those people also has to be checked. So that's why, and Kshatriya also is checked by the Brahmana. If Kshatriya is going out of track, he should allow himself to correct him by the ministers. That is already we read actually. That means he cannot say that I am the superior person and I will do the monopoly. No, he is accepting the opinion from the others also. Similarly, Brahmana also, he cannot simply say that I am the highest to you than the caste. So why I have to hear? No, he has to follow his duties. And if something is lacking, then he has to take the danda from the Kshatriya. So that is there, as per that danda will be different from the different varnas. So that should be there. That cooperation should be there. Nobody is having the free hand actually. Completely in my way is highway. No. It's a cooperative system. Society means cooperation.
Okay. Okay. Understood.
Yes. Anantacharya Prabhu. Okay. Now
I didn't
time.
raise my hand, bro.
Okay. So, okay, thank you very much. So, we'll be discussing tomorrow how to check these qualities, whatever is expected in the Prime Minister, how to check those qualities. So, that will be how to identify, not checking, how to identify. Checking will be coming in the next. So, and identifying those qualities, we'll be learning. And also in the tomorrow's class, we'll be learning the how to check also, testing. So, by giving the different kinds of the allurements. So how to do that? That also we'll discuss. Okay.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, tomorrow is
Hare
Saturday.
Krishna, Prabhu.
Tomorrow
Tomorrow
means
is
Monday.
Saturday.
Monday. Monday. Sorry, Monday. Maybe Prabhu's actually today is the 7th session and we have 3 more sessions according to commitment. So now we finished 8th and also we entered into the 9th. I need little more. That means 2-3 sessions extra from all of you. So that's a request. So that we can finish this Adhikarana, because it's the first in a systematic way doing this the first time. I taught previously to different students, but with time boardage I didn't do, so something is lacking. So maybe 2-3 more sessions I need extra. So please cooperate with me. Then I can nicely.
No problem, Prabhu.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Prabhus. So if there are any questions and comments, so please let me know. Otherwise, yeah, officially class is over. So anyone who wants to leave, they can leave. Okay. So no questions. Thank you very much. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhu bhevacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namo. Anant Kodi Vaishnava Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nitai Gaur Preman.